It's a battleground state. The battleground states tend to hug the national average. About 43% of Americans have a college degree. About 57% have no college degree. They hug the national average. But now you see some of the diversity within the state. Watch the graph as I go just down here in those counties that Trump was winning. You see what happens? The percentage of college degrees go way down, right, in the area of the Trump base. So let's bring this back up. That's statewide again, right? Watch the number. This is no college degree. That's college degree. Then you can mix in the more affluent suburbs. Let's pick Montgomery County. You see the percentage of the college degrees jump up.
I think I'm going to vomit. It's very difficult not to. How do you Americans manage though? Like, how do you manage to watch CNN and keep it in? Like, what do you do when you're at an airport? Because I understand, like, if you're at your own home, you can decide not to turn on the television. But if you're not at an airport or if you're at a bar and they're playing CNN, how do you manage not to vomit? Like, do you carry a barfing bag with you? Jesus, I really hate the smugness, isn't it? I think this is why they lost. I unironically like to think that there were individuals that just went to vote out of spite because of this level of smugness. And it's so not true as well, right? Like, they're trying to associate intelligence with university. Like, what does one have to do with the other? I done 2 universities. It's not for... Like, do you honestly think that my colleagues are geniuses? Like, do you honestly think that I myself am above the rest of the mortals because I managed to do a university? Like, I am somehow smarter than everyone else? I become infallible? I mean, I didn't do 1, I did 2, right? Like, holy shit, I'm double smart, double plus good. Let's take 2 individuals. Let's take Jack and Johnny. And let's say that Johnny goes to a prestigious university. He becomes something with an arts degree, right? So like he's like a lesbian dance master now. Johnny is very educated, very smart. And he also has student debt. And maybe he doesn't even manage to get a job in his field because there's a lot of lesbians dance masters now. And let's take Jack. Jack doesn't go to university. Jack learns how to be a plumber. And he can find a job anywhere. Doesn't even have to be in the United States. Go abroad. Anywhere he is. Someone needs fixing. Some kitchen sink. Some toilet. And he makes a lot of money, right? Or maybe he's a truck driver. Do you know how much truck drivers were making during COVID? $6,000 a week. Insane, right? Who is smarter? Who's the genius here? I guess in a way Jack is kind of dumb. Because with the student forgiveness debt, he should have gone to university, right? Instead of missing the opportunity. But yeah, like that's one of the things. University used to have the Socratic method. It used to be very prestigious, very exclusive, until it became for everyone. And when everyone is super, no one is. Like, trust me, university isn't all that hyped up, what it's hyped up to be. I'll tell you, because I did 2 of them. And by the way, like, oh, you did them in Romania. They're recognized across the European Union. We had people coming to my university from Japan, from the UK, from Turkey. Like people from all around the world came here. And once graduating, a lot of my colleagues now work in Germany, Italy, Spain. They receive good recommendations from the hospitals they work there. So it's not like it's a, third world country that they're pretending to learn medicine. No, it's a modern university where you get to learn how to be a doctor. And in fact, Romanian doctors are well sought after because we also know how to make medicine in a more economic fashion. Like we also know how to get the same results while using fewer resources. So a lot of countries like Germany are really looking to hire Romanian doctors. But anyway, right, I'll tell you how it's like at the university, because this is what it was all about. First of all, the reason that you don't have a lot of people going to med school is because it costs money. Like, it's expensive, right? And a lot of people simply can't afford it. Then of course, you may have certain individuals that may be extremely dumb and they just don't get it. But honestly, not so many. Like, usually if you manage to get in the university because you could afford to get in, there are 2 types of students. There are students that study and students that don't study. So if you're the type of student that likes going party and you enjoy spending your free time doing anything else besides studying, you're going to fail. But if you're a student that just studies, I don't think there are many cases where they can't finish the university once they got in. Now it depends, right? Like if you're a person that's really smart, if you're high IQ and you get it, you can manage to study really fast. Like I had a couple of colleagues that when we were studying anatomy, they managed to memorize 10 pages of anatomy book in less than an hour. While for me it took like 3 or 4 hours, right? So I wasn't that smart. But at the exam I would get the same results. It's just that I had to study more time. And then there were other people that, like me, they had to study even more. But the idea is that as long as you just keep at it, as long as you study, you're going to manage to pass the exams. I don't understand why they think like people who finish the university are more intelligent or anything like that. It's like, no, you get more discipline and you learn a couple of things that outside of your field, they're not important. So like, for instance, when elections are coming, who the fuck cares that I know medicine? You know, like what does the situation in Ukraine have to do with my knowledge of medicine? Unless the war comes here and I have to actually be drafted and start operating on people, no one gives a shit, right? Like the idea that you're a lesbian dancing art mastery, like what does it have to do with voting for Kamala or Trump? Absolutely nothing. And the question, instead of being what exactly is Kamala offering for the working class, because this is what they're doing here, they're spiteful towards the working class. It's I don't know, this is why it makes me vomit. Because at the end of the day, you can have a society with only working class people, but there is no fucking way you can have a society with lawyers and consultants and CNN anchors. Like you put them on an island and they generally don't know what to do, right? So like society can survive without them, but you can't survive without the truckers. And this is what really pisses me off, is the level of disdain and disgust they have developed towards the working class, and it's also the level of prestige that they assert to universities. Like, the university is nothing besides an apprenticeship. You learn how to do a trade. That's it. It's not magic. It doesn't make you smarter. It doesn't make you more intelligent. And even if it did, even if it actually made you smarter, you still vote for your own interests. Your interests can actually be detrimental to someone else. Like for instance, if I know that I own a company, and I can vote for cheap labor, I can vote for mass immigration, but the immigrants don't come into my neighborhood, they go into someone else's, then I vote for my interests and fuck those other people, right? So the reason that so many uneducated people voted for Trump is because Trump was promising them to bring back manufacturing from China. That's what men want. They want to work. And if you make it difficult for them to find jobs, they're going to vote for the opponent. Now, whether or not Trump is going to accomplish what he promised, that's a different thing, but at least he's giving them something. What is Kamala giving them? What is Kamala giving for the working class? Jack shit, maybe some handouts. But a lot of people maybe don't want handouts. A lot of people maybe want to work for a living. How about that? Oh, they're not educated. Oh, do they need to be to understand I'm a man, I want to work and make a wage? What levels of education do you need for that? What levels of... And this is another thing. I'm so sick and tired with the leftist principles of empathy and compassion for others. It's like, okay, what about me, though? But what about me? Like, when can we talk about me for once? Because I understand you talk about everyone, which is fine, but let's talk about me. Are you giving me something? No, fuck off. Like, once every 4 years. Is that, like we talk about all the politicians, we talk about the rich, we talk about the NGOs, we talk about everything else. But what, like, is there one day every 4 years that we can talk about me? Just one day. No, then fuck off. I'll vote for the opponent. How about that? Is that educated enough for you? My fucking God, I'm going on Twitter and I'm having these conversations with Democrats. And, you know, like, I keep explaining to them that they're offering nothing for young men. And they constantly say, it's like, oh, well, but you need to have empathy for others. Or it's like, okay, yeah, but like, what about me? Oh, it's always about, no, it's not always about, now it's about me. Like, now, what are you offering? Nothing. Okay, fuck off. Like, why do we have to keep impressing these people? Why do we have to, like, oh, if you're a man, you need to care about others. Sure. But when do others care about me? And what do you want? Well, I want a job, I want security, and I want economic prosperity and to start a family. How about that? Is that too much to ask? Is that too selfish? Is that too impossible to realize? To accomplish? Yeah. Bernie Sanders actually did say it best. He made a post where he pointed out that the left has left the working class. And as such, the working class has left the left. Absolutely true. You can't argue that. And looking at this CNN shit, how can you disagree with Bernie? Let me know what you think. And as usual, I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.